Most people are sitting on untapped wealth. Not stocks, not real estate, knowledge. The skills and experience that you already have. What if you could get paid to share what you know, help others, and also earn passive income just for connecting others to do the same? That's the reason I built mentalbusiness.com. Sounds professional, doesn't it? It sounds like a bit of a Steve Jobs Apple advert. I'm just going to really ruin it right now and just say fuck for no reason at the end of it. Because I'm Louise Hayden and that's what we do on this podcast. Let me tell you a little bit more about that in this podcast, and not just that, guys. I'm not here to pitch it to you. I'm going to give you the understanding of why I've done this as an entrepreneur, and so you can learn the lessons too, and you can follow my journey as I launch this business and take it to the next level. So follow the podcast, and this is number one of what I'll be doing with this new business. And you can see the steps that I go through, the ups and the downs of launching a new business. If that's useful to you, then make sure you share it with somebody else so that they can follow the journey too. And if you are a new business owner or you're in business already, then yeah, you're going to take a lot of learnings from this, because this is my 9th business that I've started now. So you get to see it, authentically, warts and all, from the start. Let's dive in. So before we dive in, true nature of this podcast is to thank everybody that is being a part of the vision in making this podcast happen, which is to step more people into wealth by helping them with their business knowledge from trusted advisors around the boardroom table and entrepreneurs like myself and the people that we bring on as co-hosts so that they can start to learn. So today's shout out is to Sakshi Sharma. She listens to the podcast and she's sharing it on her LinkedIn. She's having friends talk about it and sharing some of the learnings as well. So Sakshi is actually one of my employees. Beautiful. Beautiful that the employees are sharing some of the learnings that they're gathering as well. So yeah, if you do share it, by the way, just DM me or tag me in the comment on social media, on LinkedIn, Instagram, just so I know that you're sharing. I'll give you a shout out in the next podcasts coming up. So what is this all about? I've been working on it for a long time. I've been putting a lot of early mornings into it, a lot of investment into it. I've been collaborating with some very, very big names in the business world, and they're in. And to be honest, when I tell them about what I'm building and what I'm doing, they've gone, yep. They're just in. And the reason for it as well is they get it. They get it that the world needs this. They need this new transition into this style, because it's the way that it's required to help more people in the business game and the mentoring and coaching game to really get in front of the right people that's right for them. Yeah. So I've built ultimately the Netflix of business mentoring. Yeah, that's what the vision is. With another asset as well on the side of it, which is to also create income like an Uber style business. I've brought the Netflix style business and I've brought an Uber style business together to create mentalbusiness.com. That's a hybrid of the two, so people can get paid from it as well. I mean, I had my web developers message me today, Lewis, we need some more content of you, more videos of you and photos of you doing stuff. And I went, no, I've got other businesses that are about me. This business isn't about me. It's about the people in the circle. It's about the people that want to come in that journey with us. It's about the members. It's about the mentors that are coming on. They are some superior people that have got skills, they don't even know it yet, some of them. They've been in work 5-10 years in some of the trenches of some of the stuff, and they need a bit of a break. And the other end of the spectrum, you've got people that are like public speakers, teaching all this stuff. But the world is full of public speakers and gurus. Why do we need more gurus teaching, how to build another $1 billion business? When sometimes we need some people as well that are just teaching us how to, make another £1,000 a month, $1,000 a month. Yeah. So this mentalbusiness.com, it brings all that together and gives people opportunity. And that's what I wanted to do with the business. Okay. So to open the story, I feel really frustrated for a lot of people out there that they just have to feel like they're getting by all the time. They're working 40-hour, 50-hour weeks, and they've got this great experience. They've done it for the last 10 years. So rather than the people who are more confident about it and are out there with the marketing skills and the sales skills to actually get some of this stuff, what about the people that actually have these on-the-job skills? And what about the businesses out there that need these on-the-job skills, but they don't know where to go? So it goes to the person who's got the best YouTube channel or best marketing or understands SEO or understands, thumbnails and click through. There's a lot of people out there that are missing out on opportunities to help people. So people are paying really overinflated prices for experts just because they're better at marketing or have the confidence to sell more. It's not fair. And it's not fair for the businesses to pay more as well for the same sort of experience and mentoring that they would get when there are people out there. So this is why I've done this, guys. It's to step everybody into wealth. Yeah. Step everybody into more potential and win more. Okay. So a lot of founders are wasting thousands trying to solve problems when the right mentor could just shortcut years of their pain as well. And not just for the business owner. I've got, this comes from experience as well. Yeah. I've got employees right now that I found and learned that there are better people out there, even though I've got like 15 years in coaching experience and a doctorate behind it. I would still rather have somebody come in who's got a good experience in a certain industry, because I'm not jack of all trades. I'll have a master of one to come in and teach one of my employees how to do that. And for the right price as well, affordable thing, because they're probably doing it on the side at first, but they don't realize that there could be a mentor. It just unleashes so much potential, so much more income that could be made for people and for businesses and the employees that's getting mentored too. So I saw the big problem there, and I thought, how do we shortcut this so we can just connect everyone more together? And that's where the Netflix of business mentoring came from. So there's a huge gap that needed filling. And I know there's like training platforms out there and stuff like that, but the training platforms are just like authors and gurus. Again, it's not real people living these real skills that can teach people. So this is just an opportunity machine, really, to help people. So yeah, the main problem there was professionals and entrepreneurs have hard-won knowledge, okay? But most of it just goes unused. So coaching is often stuck in expensive programs or masterminds, or, communities is a new one where you got to join big, huge communities. And I saw a great guy the other day, a great person I could learn from, like this marketing guy. And I says, look, do we do some one-to-one mentoring stuff? And he was like, oh, you can join my community. I'm like, I'm not fucking joining your community because I'm not there to learn from a group of people and all this. It's just I don't know where it's come from, to be fair. I've seen it more and more that, oh, you're going to get this community of this and this. I'm like, no, just get the person in front of me that can teach me how to do the shit now, fast, so I can get the result from it, and my clients can get the results from it. And in businesses, let's say if it was like, a new apprentice or a new junior that's starting, or even, some of the directors, they all need mentoring at different levels. But how great would it be? If I look back when I was like in my early 20s now, I was sent to like college courses just to learn generic shit. I went on an MBA, wasted 2 years of my life 2 years for a diploma, then 2 years for the MBA, just to get like generic information. What I actually need is the information right there from someone who's doing it. Teach me how to do this. The business then moves forward for like a tenth of the price of what you pay for an MBA or a university degree. Look, we're in the world now where money loves speed. I say it all the time. We just need faster access to the right people for the right price. So I was frustrated, and I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to make this business. Whoever's coming on board, great. And the more people I speak to, they're like, yeah, we're on board, because we see it too. And what I also built around it as well was like the constraints around this firm is going to be, okay, well, I'm in the game here of competing with the big course things. If this is about education, it's about competing with large consultants and things like that. How do I help people step into wealth even more? And so I made an affiliate system which pretty much gives away a massive amount of the margin of the business, the profit margin of the business, to the people that refer. So I created an affiliate system full of ambassadors that, they, as long as they commit to it and sign up to it and things, and they find great use of it. I don't want people just coming and taking the piss, really. I'll give them an affiliate bonus, and it's very significant. I'm not going to mention the amount, so you can go and check it out on the website if you want. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the show so far and you're getting a lot of value from it. Look, we do this for free because it's our vision to help more businesses and their teams scale and actually achieve what they went into business and their career for. So these raw boardroom style conversations deliver the real data on what works and what doesn't, saving you time, money, and most of all, making sure that you don't miss on these opportunities that could really help you scale. Sharing it with people you know really, really supports us on these podcast platforms so we can achieve our vision. So if you have a like-minded friend, colleague, or business owner that could get value from this, thank you for sharing it with them. You know who you are, and greatest respect for everybody that's doing that so far. And if you haven't, then please support us. Let's get back to the show. Obviously, the website is the business name, mentorbusiness.com. So yeah, that's what I did. And I'm telling you this, guys, I'm not here to pitch this business. Well, I kind of am, because I love the ideas that, if you guys want to be a part of it, go and take a look. But I'm telling you about, this is the ideas of what goes through. Can you see the stuff I'm speaking about in previous podcasts? I'm talking about constraints. I'm talking about what is needed in market right now. The sales drive content I was speaking about. What are the afters and the things that people want? People are frustrated because they can't get access to the stuff that is going to create more cash flow quick for them. The skills, the right people, the right price. Again, this is all a big compounding outcome of why I've made this business, and I'm sharing it on this podcast to show you the steps of the dance of what you guys should be thinking about too. Okay. So the solution I came up with was mentorbusiness.com, the Netflix for mentoring, on-demand access to real mentors when you want them. And if you want to choose that mentor, that celebrity out of the TV, you go click here, send it off. I want to know about working with somebody when you type their name in, and there you go. You get the price back to them. This is how much this person said. We act as a bit of a broker, and then you're working with it. We're finding the right person that's right for you, not just because you've Googled it and that's the best person that's come up. That's just down to SEO, by the way. So yeah, we're finding the best person for you. It's the Uber for coaches and professionals. When I say professionals, I mean people in business, employees, managers, whatever, because the direct connections when you need them is there. Okay, if you want it, it's there. You just, like the Uber app, if you need a taxi, you've got it. And when that taxi comes, you just pay that driver. So that's what we're doing, is we're just making it all really quick. No bullshit in between. It's just like, there's the mentor, there's your driver. Go drive with them. Where do you want to go? You tell the mentor, you work with them. And by the way, all the resources and tools for the mentors and the employees or the business owner that's, the customer, it's all there under one roof on the mentorbusiness.com. That's why it took a long time and a large investment. So the big differentiator is, mainly though for this business, is an affiliate system that pays real money. Yeah. It gives everyone that opportunity that if you want to have something here where you're a member, you love it, and you refer to somebody, then we're going to reward you a large percentage of the profits to you. Yeah. Instantly. Paid every month, passive income. And if you refer mentors onto it as well, and they choose certain packages, then obviously, that could be hundreds of dollars per mentor per month that you pass on, depending on the mentor and what sort of package they have and things like that. So just giving it all away, really, guys, is that this is why we do this, because I want to teach you guys around the boardroom table. And I know we have an audience now around about 2,000 people. So people are getting value from this. And I think the feedback that I'm getting, and drop in the comments, by the way, of what sort of, let me know, because I kind of fly blind with this stuff, and I'm led by what you leave on social media and what you leave on the comments on Spotify of what stuff resonates with you. And what I hear a lot of is, Lewis, we like listening to your podcast because you give us the steps of what to do next, not from somebody who's like, approaching $1 billion, but somebody who's approaching 10, 100 million. It really helps our business with the next steps. And also, it's coming from somebody who is actually a business owner, entrepreneur, who's scaling and doing it. Yeah, I'm actually growing these businesses. And now with this one, you're now seeing a new fledgling business startup as well. So I'm not just talking about the large businesses. or the medium-sized businesses. I'm talking about a fledgling one as well and what I do. So yeah, make sure you share it and get anybody who's just starting a new business to subscribe to this podcast, because they will see the steps that I'll do. I won't talk every podcast, by the way, about mentorbusiness.com. I'll still keep it about the boardroom table. But every so often I'll throw in an update about mentor business, and you can just choose those episodes if you want to see the journey. So yeah, the affiliate is a big thing here. It's paying out and making it about them. And that's the business that I wanted to do. So what am I saying here? It's led by a vision. It's led by a vision. I've systemized it around it. There's a whole structure about it of the next employees that are going to come on board. And we've got 2 employees on already. We've got how many mentors? 20 mentors on already. The first 50 mentors, by the way, they get it for a massively reduced price. If you are thinking about becoming a mentor, I remember my journey when I first started coaching was, I remember a guy in Australia saying, "Lewis, why don't you become a business coach? You've got businesses." That's a USP for a coach, by the way, because a lot of them don't have businesses. They tend to be like ex-accountants or maybe they have got some businesses that they've sold it, but they're not actually in businesses right now. So there's the right coach for everybody, but my USP was back then is well, Lewis, why don't you be a business coach? Because you actually own businesses internationally. Yeah, okay. Well, who else could be a business coach? You listeners right now, maybe not a business coach, but some sort of mentor or coach. You've got experience. So why don't you share that experience and get paid for it? And I'm talking to not just business owners. I'm talking to operation directors. I'm talking to commercial managers. I'm talking to sales staff right now, those that are spending days hitting the phones, top performers. You could go and teach, you could go and coach and mentor one of my clients now on mentorbusiness.com, the business clients, what it really takes to get some sales. Bear in mind, right? Probably the industry or the coaching, the business you're working for right now, it's has gone through a lot of development to be where it is today. You come on board, you're not just taking their stuff, by the way, and replicating it. It's not about that. It's about the understanding of mentoring is showing people the steps of the dance and what it really takes. Not teaching stuff. You can teach stuff as well of what you've found, but you're giving them experience of what works in 2025, 2026, 2027, what works today. Okay. So you can get paid for that. Yeah. Sales staff can get paid for it. Admin staff can get paid for it. If you've been in admin for a long time, if you've been an accountant, if you've been in finance, if you've helped businesses and got a CV where you've really turned businesses around and made them a lot of profit, businesses need to hear that. They're not all corporate businesses. They are SMEs that just need a bit of help sometimes. And then they're having to pay corporate consultants when there's people like you that fit that gap that could help them move forward. Yeah. And don't worry about it, by the way. Lewis, but I haven't got any marketing and sales skills. Don't worry about it. We help you with that. We've got sales staff ready to go. We can help you do that. And, it's not really much of a sell, to be fair. We just go, look, here's the people we put in front of you. Who's the best one that you could pay? Just pay them on the side for a bit, pay them through mentor business. We will pay them. And that's the idea, really. Okay. So the bigger mission here is that unlocking wealth by unlocking knowledge. That's what we want to be doing here. There is more potential out there for a lot of people when they're put in the right places, in front of the right people. Everyone could start to win. Yeah. Everyone could start to win. Helping people step into financial independence by sharing their experience. They help people win in their careers. They help business owners and businesses grow. And in return, they make some money on the side as well as well as their 40-hour secure job. And who knows, it may even become their full-time job in the future if they choose to. But a lot of people I've spoke to already, they want the security of they've got their 40-hour job, they've got mortgages to pay, they don't want the risk of going off and starting on their own. They just want some money on the side so they can get up an hour earlier and work with somebody in America or Australia or Europe. Or they want to just work a few hours at night time when the kids are in bed, whatever, there's an opportunity here. You'll be surprised, what could $500 or $1,000, or some of the mentors charge, up to, some of the big mentors, they charge like $15,000 a program, $20,000 a program. And if it's a corporate business, it can go up to $100,000. But, there's a range there for everybody. There's a range there for everybody. It doesn't need some guru to, be teaching you how to do some lesson. Yeah. These are people that you can pull out of the TV, out of mentalbusiness.com online platform. You can get on your phone as well. And you just start working with them. Yeah. So working with your favorite celebrity. So yeah, there we go. That's the whole business. Too many people spending years chasing this passive income in businesses they don't care about, getting into investing, getting into fucking real estate and property because someone on Instagram has told them. Mentalbusiness.com just flips that, right? You can do it. You can sign up to it right away, and you can just start referring your mates, get a close circle of you, learn the skills off mentalbusiness.com. I mean, there's like already like 50, 60 hours on there. You learn that stuff, you apply it in going out there and having your own little mini business side hustle, which can grow and scale. And even a bunch of your mates could all get together and start to do it. It's just giving someone that seed. Like when I was said to once upon a time, like 20 years ago, Lewis, why don't you be a coach? It stuck with me, and that's where I am today. Entrepreneur coach. I do the entrepreneur stuff, but I also love coaching as well. So I'll just leave you this last question. Why don't you be a mentor? What happens if you could? What sort of lives could you change if you were a mentor as well? On the side of your 40-hour job. Yeah. What happened? What sort of things could you do for people? And for me, that's real legacy. Knowing that I'll get calls with people now, and I haven't spoken to them for 5 years, 3 years, 1 year. Lewis, some of that stuff that you taught me back then, this is where I am today. It's fantastic. Speaking to one earlier, and he was like, yeah, look, I've gone on the entrepreneur journey now, and I've now got this business. I thought, that's brilliant. Why don't you tell me sooner? Amazing. So you never know what sort of change can happen in someone's life, and for me, that's rewarding. Take all the commission stuff out of it and all the payment stuff out of it. The rewarding thing here is that, I'll take that back. Actually, look, you make a change in someone's life, then you get rewarded financially for it. The financial element is just a measure, of value that you're transferring. Okay, if someone values you and they've done a good job for them, they'd have no problems making it a win-win and rewarding you financially as well. And they will reward financially as well because you've taught them the stuff. Now, let's step out of that business and look at what I've said in this whole podcast, right? What are we doing here? What are we doing? How does this translate into the boardroom table stuff, into the Sales Drive podcast we did? If we reverse now about 30 episodes, it was Sales Drive podcast. And before that, it was the A Players podcast about how to increase your income. Can you see how this stuff all comes together? You could probably trace back 2 or 3 years now in podcasts that I've done with other people. If you just type my name in on Spotify, you will see podcasts, even longer than that, 5 years. They're all the building blocks to where I am today to create business number 9. Business number 9 is this accumulation of everything that's come together to where I am today. It's the journey. What does your journey look like? What are you learning about the business that you're in? Whether you're an employee or business owner, entrepreneur, what are you learning? What are you noticing? What are you going to adapt with to then start, either pivoting the business you're in currently or pivoting into another business where you can start with somebody or start off on your own? Yeah, build your ecosystem like we spoke about in the previous episode. What sort of opportunities are you seeing? Yeah, and I'm not saying go and dive into something completely new. You as an entrepreneur is the acre the acre of diamonds here, right? Keep going as that entrepreneur. Keep pushing. The businesses are a vehicle for you. Yeah, don't step out of them. Have them running without you. Still keep in that business, but make sure that you're leveraging your time. What's the highest value thing that you can do in that firm? Yeah, the leadership and culture and vision, accountability, let's say. Yeah. What about the next thing then? Now you've took your 40-hour week down to a 2 or 3 hour week in one business. How many other businesses could you do? Yeah. What sort of business would you do next? And that's ultimately the message I'm sharing on this. I know we've spoken about mentalbusiness.com, but I'm using it as an example of the elements in business that I'm seeing, and particularly in 2025, of where people need more help so that they can break through into opportunity. What would your vision for your new business be, or your entrepreneur journey? I don't even see it as a new business. I see it as, this is my purpose. This is what I need to do. This is the next level of what the world needs. How does that look like in your world, though? What does it look like in your context? What does you being full potential entrepreneur look like for you?